went on vacation, Dr. Thaddeus thought that it was the best thing for you because you were going through a little bit of stress, especially the part where you found out that it was Eddie's silent son, Stefano. If he were to ever scream, he'd release spicy calls for him from his eternal prison. And considering that prison isn't doing very much to stop him now, you really don't want to see what's going to happen if he does get free. So yeah, you spoke to Thaddeus and he tells y'all, yeah, you need a break. You've been doing too much. Y'all went to the place of peace, an artifact location that was meant especially for making sure that you just relax for a bit. No one would attack you there. However, someone attacked you there with their word. It was Dra, that great no y'all met so long ago. He was with his companion, Sharius, and they were just in this location for reasons unknown, relaxing, not quite relaxing because they told you honestly they were trying to steal something from the notorious Mama T. Thankfully, thanks to y'all, they were able to see the error of that decision. Because y'all know Mama T, and she's willing, you would assume anyway, she'd be willing to help you achieve your goal. It wouldn't be a problem. So, those two, after the conversation, went off to stop another of their companions from causing the mayhem and getting on Mama T's bad side. You all, however, chose to stay in the place of peace for one more week. So, it's been a couple of weeks since then. Resco, of course, has his usual summoning to um, Isuba, but 22 and Eddie, after your after your departure from the place of peace, what you been up to?
22's been attempting to write things, trying to see if anything happens if he just lets his mind go free when he writes.
Eddie's been looking. He's in the market for a boat. And so he's been talking to salesmen, seeing what they got.
All right. It's been a bit difficult for Eddie because Caladium is pretty inland. The nearest bodies of water are a few lakes here and there. The greatest bodies, the ocean and seas, you'd have to travel, well, to get to the nearest one, south past First Wheel to reach it. So Eddie's just been talking to merchants coming up from First Wheel, trying to see who has who he can talk to about a vessel. 22, of course, found out he might be an artifact himself. 22 not just being a number, but his number marking the volume that he's supposed to represent. However, his volume is missing. He was given another one, but that was locked up. Had 22 given up on the first volume he received?
No, he's still very, very curious about it.
All right. Well, so leave that at that. We'll leave that at that because I am bumbling my way. Well, I wasn't really bumbling, but I don't know what else to say for the recap. I think we covered our bases for the most part. So yeah, we're gonna say it's been a couple of weeks. You all are on your way off again. However, you're on your way somewhere by carriage. You received a letter from Sharius asking you all to come to this location. It's a little north of First Wheel, but not quite close to Caladium. So you've been on this track for a bit, galloping off towards your destination. Y'all want to do some role play, or do y'all want to just hop right into it?
All right, so we were picked up on a chariot, right? You said.
Yeah. Y'all
Yeah.
picked up by Dudley as per usual and set off because Sharius sent you a letter. He wanted you all to come to the location within it.
Sharius? That's
That would be
the
the
one guy we
tiefling.
talked to.
Yes.
Okay.
Tiefling who travels with Dra.
All right. Then I did do a remember. All right. Well, what do you guys think we're gonna find here?
$22.
That's a great question, Risco. Eddie, what do you think?
This is fine.
Oh. Mike's not working now.
Uh-oh. This sounds like a great time to take a brief intermission. I'll be right back. Hi, this
Why
is
he
Brandon
something
from
that's not
Blackwell
allowed?
Tower. I have a
And 22 said,
huge
yes,
favor
Eddie, that's a
or
great
question
question.
to ask you.
Why do you think?
I'm very, very sorry. So I had actually
Well,
trash.
obviously it's going to be
Like
a
the trash
ginormous
dumpster thing over there in
party.
Blackwell Tower on the 6th floor.
That seems
And I
like
was
a
wondering if there's any
reasonable
way
assumption.
that you could get somebody to bring it back over.
That's usually why we get invited to people's houses, especially
Yeah, it's just
rich,
sitting
magnificent
by
people.
the chairs and stuff.
Are they rich and magnificent?
So
They
much.
all
It's
are
also got
rich
some
and
linen in there.
magnificent on the inside.
Oh,
Resco.
thank you so much.
Yeah,
But
you're
as
right.
you gaze outside the carriage, you do still see something that looks somewhat rich and magnificent. It is
Oh,
this
crap.
house just sitting by itself, one story, out in the field between Caladium and First Wheel. It is finely built, and there's something of an extravagant air coming off of this.
Ah. Well, that's fancy.
What did I tell you?
Dudley pulls up to the house's front door and waves you all off. Inside, yeah. He nods to you, says, "I'll just be waiting out here when you all are done."
Thank you so much, my good sir.
No problem whatsoever. You are, after all, paying my monthly stipend.
As we should.
Eddie, your official voice is getting better by the moment.
Then, from there, at the front door, you just sort of step inside. Technically, you got an invitation. As you step inside, one moment, I forgot to put the NPC down. Yes, hello.
I just wasn't sure if the map was on screen or not.
Oh no, I had not moved it yet. Cause you all stepped inside to a small room. Looks something like a lobby. There is a concierge of sorts right beside the front door, staring at you as you enter. A bust sitting on the table. Otherwise, the walls are scarcely decorated with paintings and plants. The concierge, a young man, looks up as you enter and says, "May I have your names?"
Resco.
22.
And company.
Resco 22 and company. I do have a Resco and a 22, but I'm not familiar. We have no, we checked his book yet. There is no and company here.
Eddie the Frogs.
Eddie the Frog. Ah, yes. Mr. Eddie the Frog the first and Eddie the Frog the second. You are Sharius's guesses, yes?
Yes.
Very good. If you would be so kind, please continue through the door and go down the hall. Sarius and the others shall be waiting for you.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Alright.
He says, go through the door and proceed all the way down the hall. Sarius and the others will be waiting for you.
Well, let's get this
Cisco
over with.
takes
Oh,
a
yeah.
look. He just kind of glances both ways, kind of as he walks through, and just takes a look at the place. You know, a little
Oh,
a load thing. Come on.
God, how did you do that?
So if you click your character and kind of move it a little bit, then left click, it'll bring up like the ruler thing, and then if you like left click again, it'll bring your character where you left clicked. And I found this out yesterday, and it's so cool.
Not left click, right click.
Yes, that.
You, yes, you want to hold down Eddie and then
Oh
press
my
the
God.
yeah.
That's so wild.
It's so fucking
That's
cool.
it. So yes, let's see what we got. Resco, you take a good look around. This area is clean. Now there's dusted recently. There's not even spillover of dirt from the potted plants sitting in front of you. There's a portrait on the wall. Seems like some sort of model. And abstract art on the wall to the left.
Interesting.
What if I want to like see if I can see a pattern in the abstract art?
Let's see here. What would I have you roll for that? How about an insight and a perception?
No problem.
No
I wonder
problem,
if I can
pal.
roll today.
Miss Mary, Mac.
Oh my God, I can
She'll
roll.
eat a
It,
snack,
w-
snack.
it won't even give me an option to roll anymore.
Let's see. I'll hop on over to Eddie's page real quick and do some quick rolls for you.
Oh.
Eddie the Frog.
It like updated and now it's like terrible.
Did you click your features and trait page? Or yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. It seems somewhat dubious for the
Oh
DM to roll to consider.
no.
Well, Eddie, you got a 9 on the insight. So, other than looking at this and seeing that the person who painted it has some very good line work, just good brush strokes, you can't really interpret anything or see a pattern within it.
These are beautiful paintings.
The master of the abode would be happy to hear that.
Did he
Do
paint
I
them?
reckon?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he did.
Oh,
Do I recognize the model?
You do not recognize the model. So you all
was-
proceed. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying that was a room.
Indeed. And so you all proceed into the next one. A long hallway where to the left and right you can see 4 other rooms. You know, of course, or at least the concierge told you. You should be heading all the way to the back.
I totally remember he said go all the way to the back, but why don't we just I need to go to the bathroom. And surely one of these doors is the bathroom.
I mean, we could always go back and ask them.
Well, we could. Or we could just open up some doors.
I mean, I guess you could like check real fast. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, thanks.
So Eddie, you run into the nearest
Oh
door.
no.
You knock. No one answers.
Must be empty.
Hmm.
And I'll open it.
You open the door. The door it is unlocked. Inside,
Oh my god.
a simple room, a sitting room, four couches with glass tables, coffee tables between them. Bottles of wine sit on both of them. A piano sits to the left side of the room. And a large ornate chair sits at the back. The fireplace is currently unlit. There are portraits on the wall in the back. A man and a woman, and another portrait of an estate.
Hey Snoog, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Can you just watch the door for me? Make sure no one comes in.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Eddie, is this the bathroom?
I won't answer.
Eddie is going to the quote unquote bathroom. He asked Bresco to watch the door.
Money in the
Who was that, Eddie?
fireplace. I'm looking for money in the fireplace.
You check the fireplace. There is no money inside. However, a pink crystal sits on the base of it. On the floor of it.
I'll take it. Sorry, the fan's on now.
You pick up the crystal. It is warm to the touch. As you pick it up, something whispers to you. Do you want fire?
No, thank you.
Understood. If you want fire, just tap me again.
Alright, so I'm just going to leave. That was too much.
Right? Did you put the crystal back down, Eddie?
No!
Alright, carry it on then. So, you head back outside.
This is the first time I've ever seen a bathroom with carpeted floor.
It wasn't a bathroom. I made a mistake. Let's try this door.
Okay.
Eddie, you go up into another door. This one seems to be some sort of theater room. 6 couches sit in audience to an empty stage.
Hey, Resco.
Hi.
You are an actor, right?
Yes.
There's a stage in here, bud.
Let's go take a peek in the room. Interesting.
Well,
We'll do a perception just based on a glance what I can see. Spot anything of interest.
Take a look around. The room isn't very big. Neither is the stage. Did you notice something about the stage? It's very pristine. As if it hasn't really been used all that much. No scuff marks from shoes going across.
Interesting. That is the cleanest stage I've seen in, well, since the theater I work at, because they always use prestidigitation to clean the stage.
well, I guess we have no business being in this room anyway.
Yeah, probably not.
And you return to the hallway. There are 2 more rooms. Your curiosity has not drawn you toward yet.
Okay. Maybe this is a bathroom.
You step inside, Eddie the Frog.
They are usually the ones in the back.
Goodness gracious! Oh no!
This
Yeah, I don't
may
think this
not
is the
be
bathroom.
Might be a bathroom. I better investigate.
You look inside, Eddie. Crystal orbs sit atop stone pillars, and they surround an arcane marking sketched onto the floor in front of this crystallized gelatinous construct.
What is going on in this room?
I kind of want to touch the jelly tree.
Don't mess up any of the markings, I guess, on the floor.
I'll do a small hop over the markings.
I wonder if this is some kind of teleportation device or something? Or some kind of summoning magic?
Eddie the Frog, do you touch the gelatinous tree?
Yeah, I do.
You reach up and touch it, Eddie. It doesn't move, but you feel something inside of it moving. Like a head turning your way.
Oh no.
It, however, turns back as if you're not the person it was looking for. Resco, you have no clue what's going on in this room.
Esco folds his arms and kind of tilts his head a little bit, just looking around the room. What on earth is this room?
Well. Can I rub the orbs?
Absolutely.
I would like to do that.
Right. You say you want to wrap the orb?
Just like rub them, like a little.
Rub. Right, yeah. So, you rub the orb, Eddie. It is warm to the touch. As you rub it, something swirls inside of it. Spectral light.
I guess I'll rub them all.
You go around rubbing them. Each one has some sort of spectral thing swimming around inside of it. When you touch the last one of those spectral things, they come to a stop, and reach out as if to touch your hand. You feel a bit of static between you and this thing.
Oh, well. Okay. Am I the chosen one now, plant?
You touch the tree again. The head turns to look at you. This head, you feel inside. It turns to look at you, but looks away again.
Fuck. Is it a plant?
Is it a plant?
Oh, no.
Roll of nature.
Oh.
Does it make Resco feel uncomfortable looking at the plant?
Resco feels nothing staring at this thing.
"22, have you ever seen anything like this? Does it mean anything to you?"
I probably should roll the nature for it.
No, I figured out why it's not working. It's because I don't have the extension on this computer, and I totally remember that now.
I was going to ask that at first, but I figured you had that covered, so I did not.
Hold on.
It's no plants I've ever seen.
Do the markings mean anything to you? The orbs, anything?
No, not quite.
Ah!
Eddie,
oh no.
this could be a plant, but It's not one that you've ever seen before.
I guess I'll try to talk to it.
22. You look at this thing, you have no inclination that this is a fauna at all. This thing is not a plant, not a tree, not even a big flower. Eddie, you can't speak with plants, but if this thing is a plant and it can speak, it has nothing to say to you.
How rude.
As much as I know nature, this looks nothing like it.
What could it be? A rock? Can I talk to rocks? I don't think so. Can you talk to rocks?
Why would I be able to? Actually, it'll take an hour. I don't think we have an hour.
Can you see if it is a rock using your vast knowledge of nature?
Do I have identify? I do not have identify.
Well,
I can't even learn identify.
What it is.
oh, there's secrets in here that we need to uncover.
Well,
Oh no, Check Dirt is really working for y'all as the music.
I can't hear anything.
There's no such thing as a telephone.
Oh yeah, it's extremely low. You would have to turn the volume up.
Ah.
But hold that thought. Let's see if I can find a better version.
Yeah, I have to turn it up to like 130.
Yeah.
No, I hear.
That was creepy. Oh, we might die.
Wait, what'd you do?
I turned the volume on the music up.
Oh, I turned it back down just in case.
Oh boy. Well, what are options?
Let me see. Y'all carry on. I'm just gonna look for another song.
We'll just carry on. Also,
I
don't worry
could
about us.
suggest Hooktail's Castle.
Let's
If this
see.
is the sort of thing you're going for.
Hooktail Castle theme.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've heard it, but that's what this made me think of.
Not quite. Not quite. Let's see.
Ooh, what's it called? I can't think of the name of it.
That actually just made me think of an Earthbound song I could use. Alright, nah, that's too much of a bop to use, actually. Wait on. No, I wasn't thinking of that one. I was thinking of this one.
This actually makes me think of a lot of like Paper Mario kind of style music.
Alright, what was your Earthbound 2 song? Also Earthbound 2 or Mother 3? Okay. Love that game for the record, but carry on. Okay.
He quotes Blink on that.
That is a fantastic game. Let me know when you find that song, Blink. I love Earthbound. Did y'all play that game?
I have not.
It is a fantastically weird game, 100% up my alley. The song that I was thinking of for a moment was the Moonside song. And like Moonside, well, to explain that, you know how, well, maybe you don't know. This song isn't terrible, actually, but it might be too turnt. Yeah, a little too turnt. I'm gonna default back to the one that came to my mind a moment ago. Also, let me see. What I was saying, Earthbound. Yeah, because you know that's what our D&D session is about. Earthbound. In fact, if I ever wanted to do a strange one-off and I had the time to work out how that system would translate, I'd probably do like an Earthbound. There has to be, like, it inspired so many video games. There has to be a tabletop game that was inspired by it. But right, in Earthbound, the towns are basically named for the number you visit them as, like, you know, Onet Town, the first one, etc. so forth. The fourth one is Foresight. And when you go to Foresight, there's something you can do that makes you go to what is called Moonside. And Moonside is Foresight, but just weird.
Actually, I'm gonna send you 2 songs. One I already sent, and then I'm gonna find the other.
You're doing that, I'm gonna tell the bot to go to sleep for a moment.
I'll cry with you. Sometimes I need a good cry.
This is important.
Idea. It might be suitable. Mother 3 is a fantastic game. While Starry's doing that, I'm gonna turn this on. So I can continue that thought and say, go ahead, Starry.
The other song is definitely way too bombastic.
Alright. I think that the Shadow Temple theme will work.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I like the theme because the drum playing is bongo bongo. It has to be.
Bongo, bongo.
Which is a fantastic boss monster design. But yes, let us continue. Yeah, mysterious gelatinous crystallized tree thing sitting in a even more ominous room.
Not a tree. Determined.
Determined, not a tree.
I kind of want to use lightning on it.
Maybe we shouldn't destroy
maybe we
anything
shouldn't.
before we know what it is.
Well, I didn't think it would destroy it. It's like in those video games, in those like when you see
Uh-huh.
like a switch that needs lightning to work. That's in some books I've read.
Roscoe, you get the feeling Eddie is suggesting that maybe lightning will somehow empower the tree. What do you say? Let's see what a divination do. You imagine your magic energy. An offering put you because they would have done it. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity And every within 7 days, the GM offers a truthful reply.
It is
The
the
reply
bane
might
of your existence.
Indeed, or is it? Go ahead.
I would
Well,
like to.
what is?
What was it?
I was gonna say, what is your question?
What the hell is this?
You were told that it is a wizard.
Well, I believe it is a wizard.
A wizard,
Apparently.
according to. Oh, there goes Risk.
Risk, no.
Risk, no. Whatever gave you that silly idea?
There's Rascal. All right. Yeah. Whatever gave you that silly idea? Eddie says to 22.
Let's just say I have connection to nature. And
That-
nature told me this thing's an abomination wizard.
An abomination?
Well, not exactly an abomination. I'm just saying it looks weird.
Can you
Destroy
guys?
it?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
Yeah,
you.
hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
For a little bit there, Discord just died on me. Like, shut off, so I don't know what any of y'all said for like the past minute or so.
Oh.
Oh, and well, what Blink found out through not Blink, 22 found out through divination is that this tree thing, is a wizard.
A wizard. So is this meant to be some kind of altar to summon this wizard, or does this trap the wizard?
He
think-
is the wizard.
Yeah. It's either some sort of sealing of the wizard or. Yeah.
But I don't believe it for a minute. What does the cat know?
Well, the
That's a pretty
sealing of
good
the
question.
wizard, or what else?
Well, a sealing of the wizard or some sort of. Perhaps a ritual to turn someone into some sort of servant, perhaps?
Oh God.
That makes
Or
sense.
beneficial. beneficial sacrifice to do something. Turning your
Maybe
human
this
body
will-
into something else.
Maybe this will be cleared up once we talk to our friends.
Yeah, we should leave.
Yeah.
I'll rub the orb a little bit for good luck.
You rub it, and the hand follows yours along the orb. With that, you all take off from this room, back into that long hallway. There's still one room you didn't check.
Well, I'm starting to think there's not a bathroom in here. Goodness gracious.
Is that the one we didn't check?
Yes. 22.
You
You
have
peek
to
inside.
This place
You
has got me
find-
intrigued.
A bathroom.
A room
Eddie, no.
with a large pool of water in it, fruit sitting along the edge. Steam fills the air.
This looks like some kind of spa thingy.
I will dip a toe in the water to test the temperature.
It is warm, Eddie. Warm in the good way. You can see yourself sitting in this water for maybe an hour, just enjoying the fruit left out.
I will go into the water.
You slide into the warm water. Steam surrounding you. You feel your old bones. Do frogs have bones? Google that real quick. Do frogs have bones?
Yes.
Like, yeah. You feel your old bones loosen. Get, you feel the old familiar limberness of you as you sit in this water. Like it is rejuvenating you. Why, you even feel that it could make you 10, 20 years longer if you sat in it long enough.
This is the most
22.
comfortable water I've ever sat in.
There's something
Dang, that's
magical
really
to this
saying
water.
something about that water.
Something magical and chemical to it. A mixture of sorts. This isn't merely water. This is a bath made for a specific magic purpose. You can smell it on the steam in the air. Rejuvenation is the first thing that comes to mind, but you have an inkling that it could go beyond even that.
Punch me, Resco.
What was that,
Punch
Blake?
me?
I said punch me, Resco.
I thought I was the designated healer, not the harmer.
Resco, this isn't the first time you tried to strike me. Just do it.
Where's your sword?
Are you
Just
sure
use any
about
sword.
this?
I was expecting a scene where it's like, no, no, it's okay. You can punch me. You don't have to hesitate. And you just punch me immediately. No, no, no. I'm sure. Definitely.
Okay, Reska will punch him.
How
Roll
could
for
you do that?
damage.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this. Well,
Alright. Resco swings on you with all of his fury, but pulls his punch at the last moment. Your cheek is slightly bruised.
yeah, thanks, Resco. I'll dip inside of the pool.
You climb into the water. And that punch, that slight bruise line, that was mere moments ago. And those moments are gone now. The bruise no longer exists.
Huh.
Yep. Not exactly a fountain of youth, but
Do you think this is youth fruit?
I doubt the fruit are magical.
I'll eat a fruit.
You
Wow.
pluck one of the grapes from the vine that's on. Vine? I don't know if you call those vines. Nevertheless, pluck a grape free and pop it into your mouth. It is sweet, but doesn't seem to have any sort of effect on you.
Delicious fruit, wonderful water. Do we need to go any further?
Well, we came here to meet our friends, and I'm sure they're waiting for us.
Okay, right.
So this is an interesting room.
As you step from the water, Eddie the Frog, one of the statues, its eyes began to glow.
Oh no.
A wind comes out from it and wraps around you, drying your body and clothes.
Oh, thank you. I guess, even though I would prefer to stay wet.
The eyes go back to being nothing more than stone until 22 steps out. And once again, the wind dries him the same.
Hmm.
What?
Let's go.
Okay.
So at last, you return to the long hallway.
Did you find a bathroom?
No.
Well, that's a shame. Let's go on in then.
I suppose so.
Let's
All
go.
right.
All right.
So, you two, well, when Rescue is to leave, you finally go through the last door in the hallway. Inside, you see a dining room with food set out. Familiar faces sit at the table. To the right, there is Dra, dressed in a sharp suit. And to the left, there is Sharius, dressed similarly. They both sit there patiently, hand in their lap, as you enter the room.
Ah, Dry, you're finally dressed today.
Indeed, my good man, I try to be impeccable at all times.
Well, let me tell you, you sure are, buddy, pal, old friend of mine.
Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to see you again, too, my friend Eddie.
Something
I
ain't
must
right here.
say.
Let's go.
Do what?
Something ain't right here. Let's go. He's not yelling.
He's eating, yelling.
Have you seen him eat?
He's dressed nicely.
I would never yell in pleasant company. We are welcome here by the manners keeper. It would be unbecoming of us. Let's go. He seems to be on his extremely best behavior. You've never seen Dra like this before, but you don't get the impression he is being forced.
22 will look around for Stone, just making sure he can get a clean escape if something ever happens.
The walls, as you touch them, dragging your hand across them through the wallpaper, you do feel stone underneath. Dra raises his hand and he says, "Good 22, have you cleaned your hands? It would be terribly rude to leave any marks upon the walls."
Resco, this is a setup, I'm telling you.
No.
This is very odd.
Odd in what way? Sarius, do you think it's odd? And Sarius looks over, shakes his head slowly. He says, "Not at all. I believe that we are all simply behaving as one might expect at a dinner party."
That guy, behaving? Yeah, no.
But do not worry. Dra understands the importance of decorum. I am very happy that you all received my invite.
We're happy to receive it.
Then
Thank you
please
so
sit
much.
down. Join us. We're going to have a meal as soon as our host arrives.
The host, who might that be?
Why, it would be unbecoming of me to introduce them.
Esco will cautiously sit down and say, So, Drow, how are you feeling about Eddie the Second today?
It is a pleasure to see him as always. I feel that our last encounter was completely unbecoming. You must forgive me. No, you need not forgive me, but I ask that you do. It was my fault.
You're in the good place, buddy. Not a problem.
Very good. I appreciate the kindness you offer me. I hope that When dinner is served, you will allow me to fix your plate. It is the least I can do.
That's not necessary. I already have forgiven you.
Why, thank you, thank you.
Don't you think this is? I mean, I'm not complaining, but a touch.
Eddie the second will elbow Resco. He's being nice. We're at a fancy place. He's being nice and fancy. He's doing his best.
Okay, this is just strange.
Strange seeing him act like a normal person with he dresses him nice. What do you?
Yes.
As you say that, the chair at the center of the table, on the other side, it begins to twirl, spinning rapidly, until it is a blur of black spinning around, and when it finally stops, a thin man is sitting in it. He has pale skin and slicked back dark hair. He has circular glasses over his eyes, and something of a sharpness, not just to the way he dresses, but to his body as well. His chin, a point, his finger, narrow. As he appears there, he says, "Ah, you must all be the guests of Dra and Sarius. It's a pleasure to finally meet you."
Hmm.
Do I recognize this person?
He does not look familiar to you.
Yes.
Allow me to go ahead.
How did you meet?
Why, they came by my abode not too long ago, and we got the chance to talk. They told us about their friends, of course, and I simply had to invite all of you to my dining estate. I know it's very gaudy. And why? I haven't even introduced myself yet. I am Count Diesel.
Like a vampire.
That's preposterous. It's not just vampires who are Count. Count, you see, is a royal title, but I get the gist. We all read a book every now and then. When we are, if you will excuse me, but when we are of low birth, the words can become a little confusing. But no, I'm not a vampire. I am merely a count. Count Diesel.
Then how did you get that one under your spell?
What spell do you mean? He looks to Draw. He says, "Why, I just had a mere conversation with him, and we came to an agreement. When one sits down with friends to eat, one is on their best behavior. Is that not right, Draw?" "Why, yes, of course it's right, and I shall normally be on my best behavior."
22 will
See?
take out a notebook and say, check draw for fang holes later.
Well, I've given you all my name, but who are you?
Eddie the Frog and Company.
Eddie the Frog and Company.
But you must know that as they had our names at the door.
Oh no, Sharius gave them the names. I simply was just awaiting my guest's arrival. So Eddie the Frog then, and he points to you, Eddie, the one sitting beside him, and then over to the other Eddie. So you, let me guess, if I truly had to guess, you are Raoul the Frog.
I am also Eddie the Frog.
How very intriguing. May I ask which of you is the oldest?
Well, Eddie the Frog the first. He's older by a couple of minutes, technically. We're twins, you know, brothers.
He looks back over to you, Eddie, and says, "Why, that can't be right. He is clearly younger than you."
Hmm.
You know, I hear it's somewhat rude to ask an old frog about their age.
You're
I am.
absolutely right. That is unbecoming of me.
No, it's okay. I have friends. I'm 124 years old,
He looks back at you.
and
Surely
he's
not.
124 years and 1 more minute.
He looks. Well, you are about 124. But this man right here, he's 120.
That doesn't make any sense. We're twins. I was
Ah,
there.
may I ask a very simple question?
Just did. But sure.
Did did you, Mr. the Frog, have the opportunity to take a dip in my bath?
Uh, uh, I fell. I was just looking for the bathroom.
Ah, you fell, and it would appear you stayed in there for a few minutes.
I sunk all the way to the bottom. You see how fat I am?
Ah, but you are a frog. Oh, no. No, perhaps it is just we don't all learn to swim. I understand. But yes, Eddie the Frog and Eddie the Frog. And he looks over, the chatty one over there. Who are you?
Is he pointing at me or?
He is pointing at 22.
Okay.
Well, he's not pointing. He gestures his hand.
The name's 22. Not very fond of vampires.
Vampire. I have no idea what you mean. He looks over to you. He says, "You'll forgive me, but I already know your name. You see, I enjoy a bit of theater performance, and quite a few people have heard the name of wrestling."
I'm glad to hear you're familiar with me. Makes things simple.
Indeed.
Right.
Why, after dinner, I would love to see if I could get you into my employ.
That is usually a bit of a process, but we can start a conversation, sure.
I'm certain it won't be too troublesome. Draw, could I ask you the favor of serving everyone their plates? And Draw, he stands up and he says, "There is no issue with that whatsoever." He
I'll,
goes over,
I'll help.
"Yes,
I'll help you.
thank you. May I ask what you'll be having for dinner this evening, Resco? As you see, we have a selection. Pie, rice, pizza, baked fish, turkey, and a slice of cake. Though you must understand, cake should wait till dinner is up. We can also offer you a few cut fruit, too."
Honestly, you can give me whatever you think suits.
Excellent, excellent.
And a plate.
Thank you, Eddie. You are kind, sir. He goes around, grabs a couple of fruit, put it on the table, on the plate, pour some rice up there, cut off some off of the hog, cut some off of the fish, cut some off of the turkey.
Resco's just
Bring-
watching this and just somewhat disbelief.
He puts the plate in front of you and he says, "If you don't mind, could you wait a moment before you start eating? It would be unbecoming to eat before anyone else."
Of course. Say,
Yes.
we mentioned venturing into one of the other rooms. I noticed there was not a bathroom anywhere. We were looking for one. We stumbled into a couple of different rooms. We noticed you had a room that seemed like an altar. If you don't mind, I'm quite curious. What was that about?
You
What
must
might
excuse
interest
me. If you simply came here right away, I would have informed you. You have no need to worry about a facility and using it. You will be able to consume this food without any issue. When you get home, though, well, that will be your business. And that is the type of thing we do not talk about till the dinner. As for that room, well, you forgive me, but I would prefer to get to know you all first before I divulge such information.
I see.
A draw comes up to you, Eddie, the second. He says, what will you be having for dinner tonight?
Uh, just some chicken and rice sounds good to me. Please.
Understood. He takes the plate from you, Eddie, goes around. Let's do the thing. Around, and so it goes like.
Actually, you must forgive me. I'm terrible with names. What was my friend's name over here again?
Sarius.
Shard. I know it started with an S at the very least.
Fast
And
grab.
so, yeah,
He did the thing.
he puts your plate in front of you and he says, remember to refrain from eating until everyone is served. He comes over to you, 22. And what will you be having for dinner this evening?
No, I'm fine. I'll have the big tuna.
Understood.
So,
Takes another plate.
Sharius, how have you been since our last conversation?
Well, actually, I got the chance to meet our good friend, Mother T. She was great company. She informed us of our acquaintance here. In fact,
I see. And what kept you here?
well, it was a good conversation, you know. Had a chance to sit down and talk. Got to find out, learn some very interesting things.
Oh, like what?
And Count Diesel Hall of the family said, you will forgive us, but as interesting as this conversation is, we should wait till everyone is served before we carry on. After all, Dra and Eddie have not received their plate. And Dra comes up to you, Eddie, and says, would you like me to make your plate, or shall you handle it yourself?
Worry about me, friend.
Understood. So he goes around from this side. Got himself some turkey, some pizza, some fish. Got
I'll
some of this
follow
pork.
him and grab some of everything he grabs.
Grabs some of the rice. Grabs one grapefruit and puts it on his plate and sits back down.
Eddie 2, that is obviously not draw.
He picks up a fork and knife, puts it in front of him, he says, and Count Diesel, he says, ah, yes, of course, I should also
Maybe
retrieve
he's
the plate.
charmed.
And he snaps his finger, and a plate lands in front of him already filled with food. And he says, so, Rice, you were asking Sharius here what type of things he may have learned from you, Resco. And he takes a bite. Yes, this is very good this evening. Almost my favorite meal. But Resco, would you like to be interested in? Well, you did ask me the question about the altar. We'll get back to that. But you would be interested in what Sharius learned from me, yes?
Yes, I did ask him.
Indeed. And you'll forgive me if I take over, but I am the host here, and I would love to get to talk to you more. Sarius, him and Dra, tell you the story in its entirety. They came to my abode rather rambunctiously. Dra came in. He threw a few people around. It was rather amusing. But when he attempted to throw me around, it didn't quite work out. And from there, he decided to sit down and listen. Sarius, of course, not being the brutish type, listened to what I told them. Oh, what did I tell them? About all the interesting things I've seen and collected, you know. As I have my normal abode in this dining the boat. I also have one where I keep all of my treasures. And, well, I've been around, but despite how young I might look, I'm a bit on the older side. I've been collecting things for quite some time. And Sharius, he was simply very interested in all of my collection. There's quite a few things, you see. He's stuck around because we have a lot to talk about.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take a look at Sharius and see if he is acting different as well.
I
He's
had
not,
rolling inside.
he's not talking about stuff right now.
Indeed.
Oh damn.
I think the
You know-
strangest thing about Sharius is he hasn't tried to take anyone's blood in the entire time he's been here.
Maybe he's full of blood.
He is
You
blood.
look at Sharius, Blink, number 22. You truly look at him. You only met him once, but you feel like at least a part of him is stuck in your mind. As you look, he looks back. You notice that insatiable curiosity he has. You don't see it. Not directed as you as it was at you as it was before. He seems like an entirely different man.
Ah. 22 doesn't trust this guy.
Say, would you know anything about just hypothetically, the idea of taking qualities away from a person?
That's a very strange hypothetical. Are you into something diabolical, Rascal? I never expected it from you.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's just talking about my orphanage with it has classes, and we're just working on trying to wean out some traits that these kids have.
Roll a deception.
No, will be any the second.
He look.
Shoot.
Well, you forgive me, but I don't know anything of the sort. Though I've been around for a bit, I've never seen anything that could possibly do that. And I did not study the sciences, so I couldn't say that I know any psychological advice I could offer either.
Okay, now at the second suspicious.
Orphanage, though, Eddie the Frog. Tell me, what made you go into this business?
It's my undying love for the children. I really, really want to make sure that children who did not have the same opportunities as others still are loved and cared for.
That's a very good and noble thing, Eddie. You are. He doesn't put a hand on your shoulder. That would be unbecoming. No. He says, you are most certainly a person to cherish.
Why, thank you.
You're quite welcome. And he takes a bite of his food again.
What
What's
do you
over?
do for work?
Oh, you know, I inherited old money. I haven't had any need to work in quite some time. Most of the time, I find myself collecting new things, nothing more.
Oh, well, have you collected anything cool recently?
Why, yes. Miles takes another bite. Yes, I have, in fact.
Starts eating.
You all eat in silence for a moment.
So, Sharius, I see you've been very curious lately, right?
Why, of course, I have I'm regularly curious, in fact. But, well, I don't know about lately. What do you mean, 22?
Well, I mean, you've been dying to hear about our adventures since the last time we've met, right? You know, we've come across a dragon.
And that's right. Do tell me
Who?
more.
What?
I'd love to, but, well, I'd rather not.
Oh, that's a shame, but I won't press you on it. It would be unbecoming.
Hear that? Fucking hear that?
Yeah.
Just
And then-
jab Eddie really hard.
Hmm?
He's not curious. Mention that we got blood from the dragon. Do it, hurry.
What dragon?
Shh. We fought a dragon. Just tell him. Tell him we got blood from the dragon.
Okay. Well, while we were fighting the dragon, there was a lot of blood there, and we just procured some blood from him as well. That's what we did.
How very interesting. That's very scientific. I can respect. And Count Diesel holds up his hand and he says, but blood isn't the type of thing we should discuss at the dinner table, is it?
Well,
You're
why not?
right. I mean, after all, we've gotten so much details from this dragon and dissected it and whatnot. Who would want to hear about it? How much we've done to learn about this dragon?
Count Diesel takes another bite and says, you know, I completely understand. If you all would be willing to take your food with you, we can move over to the sitting room and have this conversation.
If you don't mind me asking, before we get to that, what is your connection to Mama T?
Mama T, you'll forgive me, but I've never heard that name before in my life.
Wait, I thought he just said they went to Mama T and then Mama T had them come here?
Sharia said that. I feel as if my voice with Chuck Diesel and Sharia is not different enough. But yes, Sharia is the one who said that.
Okay. Then I'll direct it to Shardia. So I'll tell him like So what led you from Mama T to Sharius exactly? Or to the Count here exactly?
Well, I just try to make Desmond's voice a little bit more slight. He says, well, she told me about Diesel's many treasures, and naturally, I wanted to get a first-hand look at them. It was quite fortuitous that the Count was a very good man and kept us company.
How long have you been here?
Well, I've been in and out, you know. Let's see. I believe I left a couple of days ago and came back after I sent the letter off.
Huh.
Well, would you like to come back with us and learn more about this dragon?
Count Diesel holds up his hand and says, now, let us retire to the sitting room to continue the discussion. There's no need to depart. This dragon business will be fine conversation over some drink, do you not think?
Mayhaps.
Love a drink.
Then,
Eddie the second.
what did Eddie the second say?
Eddie the second would love drink. Something hard.
I have plenty of hard drinks, in fact, Eddie the second. And you said something, did you not, Rascal?
I would be fine with this.
Then, without further ado, and he sits back, pushes his plate away from himself, it disappears, his chair begins to spin again, and he too disappears. Draw stands and he says, all you guys need to do is follow me and I'll lead us to the sitting room.
All right then.
Yes. Let us all go to the sitting room. It would be rude for us who don't know this place to lead.
Indeed, indeed. And so, Sarius leads you all out, back into the long hallway. Go ahead. Not sorry, the drive, but yeah, out, back into the long hallway.
Rascal. What are we gonna
This
do?
is very weird. I'm starting to wonder what this guy would do if we insisted on being rude. Strange as that might seem.
But okay, so realistically, he's been so nice to us, and all he's insisted is that we sit quietly and wait for everyone before we eat.
I'm sure Spicicall has been really nice to you all.
Flashback of the encounters with Spicecall. He was not very nice at all.
Drow is the sort of individual that
But we don't really know what his deepest motivations are, besides his need for indulgence.
Yes,
I
but
don't
it's who he
see him
is.
being the type to, in such a short time span, being.
Maybe they're
Why are
together.
there 4 of you?
What's wrong? Cat got your tongue?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I was just being silly.
That's what was going on. What was I saying?
You're saying that they're obviously together.
I was listening. I was waiting to figure out where Resco was going, so I couldn't possibly tell you what you were saying.
Resco,
Move on.
could you do me a huge favor?
What would that be?
I really need you to do this for me.
Mm.
22 will reach into his pocket to move around a little bit, and then he'll bring out a bottle of scotch. I need you to drink a little bit of this before we go inside.
Can we all drink a little bit of this before we go inside?
Yeah, that is the plan. Obviously, there's something going on, and if we're a little bit more loose and rude, perhaps he'll show us true colors.
Dry peeks around this corner and says, "Over here, my friend. This is where the sitting area is."
Well, let's go.
Resco looks at him for a second and looks at the bottle. Okay. This is on you.
How much you gonna drink?
How much? This is vodka? What is this?
It's just scotch. It's only what, 30 proof? You're the expert. I don't know. Not you. Not you.
Alcohol? I am not the expert at all.
what percent of alcohol?
Whiskey, so a lot.
Let's roll 1d100. See what that gives us.
Watch, it's just a nat one. Okay,
There you
yeah.
go.
So like I said, 33. So yeah, maybe about 3 or 4 drinks of this, and you'll be nice and loose.
Oh. But he has no tolerance, though.
Oh, well. 1 or 2 shots of this, and you'll be nice and loose.
Resco will take 1 shot. He'll kind of look at him again before he takes it, and he'll drink it.
Alright. I suppose I should. Technically, Resco doesn't drink, so roll the Constitution.
Alright.
Constitution save, rather.
Alright. It's a saving throw.
Resco, your head is feeling a little light.
I'll toss the bottle back to Eddie. I don't need any.
I'll-
That's my secret frogger.
Yeah.
I'm always drunk.
Oh my god, he gave me all of it. I'll take a double and then put it in my pocket.
Well, Constitution says.
You know, it's been a while since I had anything quite like this.
Eddie, you just drank too, so knock it back. So you're feeling heavily lightheaded. You're already having trouble walking in a straight line.
It's okay.
Eddie, you okay?
Are you okay, Eddie the Frog the Second? Do you need assistance in your older age?
No, thank you. I'm
Understood.
managed. It's just my ankles are sore.
Eating so much
Then-
good food just does that to you.
Then please, proceed inside.
All right.
So, y'all proceed into the sitting room. Count Diesel is already there. Sharius, he stepped in a moment before you. Following on
What?
your tail, go ahead.
Would I happen to recognize this room as a certain other individual's room, or is this just like a room that happens to look similar?
A room that happens to look similar.
Okay.
Quickly put the thing back in the fire.
Go ahead. Alright. Dry waits for you all to take a seat. Count Diesel turns to Sharius. Sharius, would you be ever so kind as to play some music for us? And Sharius says, why, yes, of course. I'll handle that right away. Sits down, begins to play the piano, and Dry, he takes his spot. Diesel goes on, so you all were mentioning how you slayed a dragon. Tell me about this. Tell us about this.
Ah, yes. Resco. With your theatrics, I'm pretty sure you can make it sound very believable and interesting.
Yeah, and please help yourself to drink. It is the strongest vintage I have.
Dragons. We've slayed all kinds of things, you could say.
Mhm.
All kinds of things.
Indeed.
So the music is playing right now?
Yeah. I said, actually, let's see if I can find some hunting piano music. Let's see. Hunting piano.
Hunting?
Apparently
Like
that-
hunting for things?
Hunting as in spooky piano music.
It's just hunting with the piano.
Those are clear. Play. Nope, I messed that up. Play. I think I still messed that up. But yeah, go ahead, Roscoe.
Well, yeah, we say. Do you think you could possibly play some more upbeat music? This isn't really my style right now.
Well, sorry, if you would be ever so kind as to. And sorry that, yes, of course.
I think it's a little cold in here. You think you can turn the heat up a little bit?
Oh, yes, of course. Give me but a moment. He stands up. Hold on, I'm switching songs. He don't stand up yet.
We're purposely being annoying. Oh wow!
Oh my. Deidra, did you have enough food? I noticed you didn't have a lot on your plate today.
Oh, I must watch myself in the presence of company. You mustn't overindulge.
Yes, I
A
understand.
little off key.
You know, we
No,
did have a feast after
Sir
slaying the dragon.
Resco, that's rather unbecoming. Would you like to play the piano yourself?
Yeah.
I think you should have another drink first.
Listen, draw. Why don't we play the piano together?
You'll forgive me, but I'm a rather big fellow, so I can't quite.
No.
Sure.
I'm sure. You know, you know. Hold on. Here, you take the left side. I'll take the right. Listen, you know.
Do you need help with the foot pedals?
As
Yeah.
At the fireplace, Eddie, you see Count Diesel pick up the crystal you put back. He whispers something to it and puts it down. A fire kicks into life. They return to a seat. And he says, I hope that is satisfactory, Mr. the Frog.
Thank you so much.
You know, Mr. Count, I'm really looking forward to this duet. You know, Resco's actually an excellent pianist.
As I've heard nothing but good things about it. You will excuse me, but it is unbecoming to sit upon the armrest in a person's home.
Nonsense! I am a cat.
Could I ask you to return to your previous form and take a standard seat?
I'm afraid I can't. This is my true form.
Well,
Unfortunately, my spell has ran out.
Could you at least return to your spot?
Why, I just want to be comfortable. Isn't politeness nothing more than being comfortable as oneself?
Isn't the most important thing in any kind of gathering of friends like this? You know, I got that letter. You know, I was like, I wasn't expecting anything posh. You know.
Indeed.
Yeah. I do. I knew. I know my friends, and this gathering of people. It's not really the type to really, you know.
Exactly, we're amongst friends,
all
right,
that.
Resco?
Yeah. I'm sure having known these two fellows for some time now, they've rubbed off on you some, of course.
Right, you must know how Draw and Sharius act.
I believe that they've taken after me in our friendship, brief as it may have been.
Well, that's not friendship at all.
But isn't it?
That sounds a little controlling.
Are you accusing me of something unbecoming?
Well, I'm not saying you're unbecoming, but I'm not saying you're becoming either.
You eat my food and drink my drink, and you insult me so coldly. Surely I have done nothing wrong to deserve this.
I'm just making conversation, just saying how I feel. Is that not?
In polite company, one should remember when to hold their tongue, but forgive it, you're not even dressed to impress. Please, Eddie, have another drink.
Thank you. Any second, take another drink.
Sir, let us not be concerned. I shall make certain allowances, like I shall have, and you two are playing the piano fantastic. Sorry, you need not stand over there. What are you doing? Sit down. Sorry, not.
Right, Sharius, come
No,
over here.
no, you feel free to stand or to whatever you'd like.
Would you like to dance, Sharius?
Whatever makes you most comfortable.
I prefer
Comfortable.
not to dance at all. In fact, I would much prefer to sit down. You understand?
Wait, you said you're not much of a dancer.
Not at all. No.
I could show you. Why, I'm sure Eddie could play the piano just as well.
Yes, I bet I could try.
Count Diesel stands up suddenly. Holds up his hand, draw, removes his hand from the key. He says, "You know, I believe we should all head over. You were looking for the restroom, right? And you were curious about that strange arrangement I had set up. How about we go and take a closer look at it so that I may explain it to you thoroughly?"
I mean, well, we're all quite comfortable here. Why not talk about it here?
Very well, I can do that with no issue. It is a very interesting thing I found. Because would
Yes,
you
it was
believe
very
me?
interesting.
It is unbecoming to interrupt.
Excuse me, what were you saying, Resco? I couldn't hear you.
Hear you either. Over the piano. Can you play a little softer?
As I was saying, would you believe me if I told you that?
Sorry,
Do
I
you-
just have a frog in my throat and need another drink.
Cat got yourself? I'm
That's
sorry, if we're
okay.
being too rude, we could leave.
No, there's no need for that.
We're having a good time. Have a drink.
I guess you guys are really foxing around.
You, you are friends of my friends, so your jest, though they may not be the humor I prefer, I can, of course, accept them. It would be unbecoming to.
How would that be unbecoming?
You don't have to accept anything.
You're allowed to be a person? Aren't you a person?
It's okay to be ticked off sometimes. If people are annoying, then they're annoying, right, dude?
Yeah, draw!
Dude.
Sometimes it's okay to want to throw people around.
Yeah, bros, how about we have another shot, yeah?
Yeah, we got a half elf that lives with us that throws me around all the time.
We do not throw people around here. Isn't that right, Draw? And Draw nods and he says, "Indeed, I merely play the piano. Are you all enjoying the music, Resco and I?"
I got
We're
22
playing.
shot came across the room.
Half of it sounds a little dragged out.
Listen, first and foremost, Eddie the Frog II apologized to the cat for throwing him.
I said half elf. Oh yeah, you did throw me.
Yeah. You... What?
Oh no, you tried to. Or did you?
Oh, hold on.
Something like that happened.
Let's see, let's see it throw.
Athletics, acrobatics, strength.
Let's say string. Let's say.
I think it would be athletics.
Maybe athletics. Yeah, let's go with athletics. And as you say his name, Resco, Draw looks down to you and says, "Yes, how may I be of assistance?"
Did I say his name?
Oh, I thought you said his name. My apologies. You
Okay.
you tried to throw 22, but you succeed at little more than knocking him off the armrest.
Whoa.
Count Diesel looks down at you with disappointment and says, "Eddie the Frog, I see that you cannot hold your liquor. I simply must. Yes, let us all go over to my
Lay down on
arcane
the floor.
study room."
Your turn, Eddie.
I'm
the
much
first.
more comfortable here.
I don't know, honestly. I was never much of like an arcane kind of. Yeah, I don't know. That's really my style, you know.
You're just gonna come lay on the floor with me.
Eddie the first. It's your turn. I believe in you. Throw me. How far can you go?
Oh no. Well, if it's a challenge.
This is a bad idea.
You pick 22 up and you toss him across the room beyond the piano right beneath the portrait of the villain.
How's that?
I hate you.
You asked me so nicely.
How did he land?
About 28 feet. It was a good throw,
I take it.
And-
Thank you.
It was a good
Count-
throw, wasn't it?
Count
if you
Diesel
lost.
says there will be, yes, well, it was a good throw. There shall be no more of that in this room. If you continue, despite my friends, I will have to ask you to leave.
Then we'll leave right now, no problem.
Well, draw. I'll hop on top of the piano.
Well, what?
Well,
Can you outshow me?
surely a frog couldn't do better than draw.
Count Diesel holds up his hand. He says, Draw is not barbarous enough that he would throw a cat across the room.
Is that true, draw?
Draw stares down at you. The melody slows down as his hands seem to just sort of float off of the keys. Count Diesel snaps his finger, and Draw returns to playing the piano. He says,
Resco will
Oh, thank
bring the
God.
melody back to the way Draw was playing it.
Count Diesel looks over and says, Are you all certain you don't want to go to my arcane studies room with me? It would be
Listen, bro, what is this about your arcane study?
Yeah,
What
really.
is it? Are you proud of it?
Indeed. In fact, I believe that if all four of you were to come and help me, you would see why.
I
I'm
robbed
proud of it.
everything in that room and there's nothing going there. I'd rather go back to the water room.
You did what?
I'll fill my mouth with some alcohol so I can out talk.
Eddie, the frog would say. It is very rude to enter another person's house and carelessly touch things you did not.
Hey
Great.
man, it's kind of rude to get in people's faces. Even if you can't use
Okay,
inviting them
I-
over. as
It
an
wasn't
excuse.
me. It wasn't me. It was my brother.
You know, I feel like you're being kind of disrespectful to your guests here. Who would come back in such circumstances?
Remove yourself from my seat this instant.
You got up.
That is me. He reaches into his coat. He pulls out a box. He says, Would you like this, Mr. the Frog?
Thanks.
Puts it away. Pulls out a bag. You hear the sound of coin.
You know, you can't just buy our
What?
friendship, man.
You're quite right.
Like, we're like people, you know?
Right.
And
We can
the-
throw around whatever words and actions we want to do. We can be
Blow it,
curious.
crazy.
Oh. Am I gonna get tossed? Oh, I guess not.
Go ahead. You were saying something about being curious?
We can't be. We have to be curious sometimes in order for us to be who we are. I mean, after all, there are things in this world that we need to know about.
Well, another persuasion.
Ooh, better.
Sarius raises his hand. He says, He does have a point, Count Diesel. Just as you collected so many of your treasures, that curiosity is a part of, well, living, would you not say so? And Diesel looks over at him, eyes narrow. I have reasons for curiosity. and reasons for
Curiosity killed the cat, but
Curiosity.
satisfaction brought it back.
Sorry, it's carried on. That is how the saying goes. It's very much a motto I live by. In fact, now, to be absolutely frank with you all, I may have experienced death a few times, and it wasn't satisfaction that brought me back. It was actually Omalara and the rest of our allies, but that's neither here nor there. Count Diesel. And he stands up. Was it not curiosity that made you invite our guest here now? Like, here's a curious thought. Dra, you possess a deal of muscle, a deal of strength. Would it not be curious to see how far you could throw a cat right now, for example?
Invisible sweat.
Funny. Diesel snaps his finger and Dra says, no. It would not be a curious thing at all. In fact, stands up, walks away from the computer.
What's wrong,
keyboard.
dude?
I want
Drow.
to use the computer.
Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be really funny though?
Excuse me, Rusk. Excuse me.
Roll a persuasion.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
All right.
Mm.
Dra scratches his chin and he says, Count Diesel, they are guests, and funny relates to entertainment. So if you would allow me this moment's indulgence. And Count Diesel was looking at him like, no, you most certainly are not allowed. But Dra, he comes back over to the piano and grabs you by your head, 22. Give me a moment to find his page in here. I know it's somewhere.
Let's go.
I
I
haven't
made
left him up in a while, so he might not chuck you very far, honestly.
Risco, I may have made a mistake.
He
Don't
grabs
worry,
you
I'll catch you. Listen,
by your head.
I'm very good at running.
What? What's
Then
is
goes to
happening?
this side of the room.
Oh,
Touches his arm strength. Hold his arm in your head out in front of him. He gives you a toss
ah!
towards the couch.
Are you okay?
Resco dives to catch him.
Roll an athletic to see if you can catch 22.
Okay. Let's see. Where is athletics? Right here.
All right, you catch him. Draw, applaud. He says, honestly, throw him back over here.
Risco.
I never played catball before, but it's a matter of entertainment, honestly. So,
Don't
Well-
do it, Risco.
You heard what he said, 22.
I will
I
pray.
did say you were responsible.
I will pray to
let's
the
go throw
foresty
him back.
gods.
Oh my.
as you throw him, draw, clap, he says, all right, everybody spread out.
Oh no.
What's happening?
We're about to play catch. And
Oh,
Count
no.
says,
Oh
Diesel
God. Okay.
stumps his foot and he says, there will be no playing catch. And
Cat.
Cats.
all of you, get out of my abode.
Weren't you
Alright,
gonna show
yeah.
us this arcane thing you had before?
You are not worthy of seeing it.
You're
All
not
of you.
worthy.
Every last one of you gets out.
Well, first I want to know what spell you put them under.
comes over to you.
My only question is if we should use Charm Monster because you're a monster? Or...
I was going to offer you all riches beyond your wildest dreams, things you've never even seen. Eddie the Frog could have been a 20-year-old frog. You all just behave.
Imagine being that naive again.
All the wisdom you accrue through life collected into a young body, virtually immortal.
You're terrible, terrible.
At the
You
cost
know-
of being your servant, right?
You know, once upon a time, I had the chance to revive anyone in the world endlessly.
I could do
There were
that.
no strings attached.
Well,
It was simple. It was something the whole world coveted. Something I could have had myself. But you know what? It's fucking boring. So I said no.
Count Diesel pulls the knife.
Resco? I think it's time for us to leave.
no, I think we need to take him.
Nah.
He stabs it into Dry's stomach,
Whoa!
Oh no!
and Dry begins to shrink,
Oh no!
shrink, until he is a little crystalline figure upon the floor.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
You wanted to know the magic I use, right? Goes up, stabs Sarius too.
Well, while he's doing
Sorry.
that, I'm just gonna get some
I-
distance on him.
I'll just
Drink.
take the tiny little crystal bra and put him in my pocket because I love it.
You're going to take him, Eddie the Frog. What about Sarius here?
I really don't even know who that he is.
And tell me, Eddie the Frog, what exactly are you going to do? How are you going to free him from
I
his
know a
crystal
wizard.
state? You don't know the right wizards.
I'll just ask you're a wizard then.
You will do no such thing.
Oh yeah, want to watch me?
I've already asked you to leave politely. So, I hereby banish you from my abode.
I'm so afraid.
Is he gonna cast
And as
banishment?
he says that, you all, well, he doesn't have to cast banishment because the words leave his mouth. You are all taught.
Shardis.
Alright, that's good, good. You all toss back to the lobby.
Oh.
The concierge looks up at you and he says, "It has been brought to my attention that you are no longer allowed to explore the premises. Please depart hastily."
And if we don't,
Well,
Do I still have draw in my pocket?
yes, you do. And Resco still has sorry.
Listen, there is something that happened to our friends here. And
Yes.
this is a problem. They need to
Listen,
back their
listen
normal
here. You
frog.
can tell us how to get our friends back, or we will. We will.
they'll do it.
Will what?
Oh, just wait.
Yeah, they'll
there's
do it.
gonna be a big problem you don't want.
You would have to gain favor with the master. Again.
That's silly. We're gonna try again. Is that what this is? Try again?
It would be
Resco.
impossible. You have been banished. He will not hear you. You would have to come with something he does not have. Make an offering to him.
I have an oasis seed.
He already has one of those.
Oh yeah, does he have a skull of a child? Goes through my pockets.
As matters have it, he does. Those are particularly easy to come across.
Oh yeah, well. Oh no, I can't give him my life crystal. Oh, I don't even have it.
You can give it to what's his name?
Well, I have some teeth of a night hag. I have some spider meat, some skin of a night hag. Oh boy, some pieces of an orblock. Some miscellaneous herbs.
I'm looking at
Right
these
there.
little rooms.
As what you were doing right now?
I'm looking at this little version I have here of our friends.
All right. As you do that, roll a perception.
Portable friends.
You hear something, Vesco, almost like a whisper in your ear. If you're holding Sharius. He says, "Take us to Mama T. Maybe she will know how to fix us."
All right. Well, Sharius wants us to take him to Mama T.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Hey,
all
22,
right.
do you have any more of that stuff?
You'll have to ask Eddie for that, but I'd recommend not getting on that path.
What do you want? Hey, Rascal, here you go.
What? Eddie, this is a flower.
Well, it's not a flower, it's a drink.
Oh,
I'll hand you something else.
what do you hand me?
The drink.
So let's say this. You hand, as you are handed a drink, you all shamble out of the dining
No, wait. I want to
go
push
ahead.
the flower pot on the floor.
You do so. It breaks. The flour spread out, dirt is on the floor. The concierge looks at you.
The whole thing I was just gonna do was just like take a sip of it and just look at the guy and just say, "It wasn't smart to make enemies of us."
Yeah, we'll be back.
I'm sure you will to get your friends recovered. May you all have a good day.
I hope you don't have a good day. I hope you stub your toe.
As you say that, 22 pushes over the bus. You all step outside. Dudley is surprised. He checks his pocket watch. He says, usually you all take longer than that.
Bring us to the bar, Dudley.
Right, the bar. So you climb aboard. Hold on. You know what? That's fine. Let's go camp. But you climb aboard and ride off back to Caldium. He pulls up to a familiar building and drops you all off. You step inside of Maud's nest.
Oh god, it's the cat!
There's so many people here.
There's quite a few people. People with non-distinct faces. There's also Tabaxi, big like a panther, sitting at a table alone. At the counter, there's of course Maud, as well as Blink, and a sleeping tiefling.
Of course she's sleeping.
Maud waves you all over as you come in.
A round of water for all my new friends.
I would love some water. I haven't had any all day.
Mama T takes out a jug. She said, "Should I put this on Blink's tab?"
Yes.
Hang on, we're not paying 300 gold for this.
There you go. For a cup of water. She bought 2 cups For Eddie the Frog and Eddie the Frog the Second.
No.
No.
I would.
Would you like?
I would like something stronger, please.
I don't think you need anything stronger,
Please.
honestly.
Please.
You seem to.
Please.
You.
Please.
She turns around, pours something. There's a crystal clear liquid in front of you. It says, "This is the strongest alcohol we have. So strong, in fact, that its purity makes it look like water."
Oh. Quite good.
Indeed. So, what all brings you here this late at night?
We wanted a drink.
That's fair. Anything else?
Oh, draw is a crystal. Puts him down on the counter.
Interesting. Don't know who that is.
He's my best friend. No
I
offense.
see. Your best friend. None taken? You'll forgive me, Eddie the Frog, but it's been a moment since I saw you last. I'm not
We've been
used.
so busy.
Yes, indeed. You should drop by more often.
I know we had to have a therapy appointment, and I have a bunch of kids, and I have the business.
Yes, I've actually heard about your orphanage. It kept a lot of kids out of my tavern pickpocketing people.
That's awesome.
But, yes, is there anything else I can do for you all? I don't feel like that's the mod voice I normally go for, but that's the one she has right now.
I think it sounds fine.
She looked at you. I suppose not. Well, it's a tavern. Sit around, talk with friends, eat, drink, and be merry. Spend your gold. Spend your gold.
You will let me spend my gold on more drink, maybe darker things next.
She looks at you. She said, "Eddie, have you had anything to drink today?"
No, just some water.
Well, what about the extremely pure alcohol I just served you?
And that too. But it tastes just like water. It went down real smooth.
She looks over to you, Roscoe, and says, "Has Eddie had anything to drink today?"
Fresco's had a drink himself.
I shall order you all some bread. How about that?
Alright, let's go to the next bar, guys.
I'm not paying for that.
Let's go someplace else.
That's fine. So, as Ma offers you bread instead of libation, you take off, ready for Dudley to bar hop you all through Caldium. Through the night.
Resco will take a piece of bread and he'll accidentally leave 150 gold tip.
She smiles, slides gold into her purse, does not ask any questions. She said, "You have a good night, Resco. If you want any more bread, be sure to drop back."
Thanks.
And with that, y'all hop into the carriage.
Maud, your feeling is as nice as ever.
Yeah, thank you, Resco. It was a pleasure seeing you.
Dudley!
No, it was a pleasure to see you. It's always a pleasure to see you. Really. Anyway, bye. It's good to see you too, Blink. And Sarah.
Oh, yeah. So I'll see you when I get home, I
and
guess.
You too, Catman.
Rasa stares at you with narrow eyes.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Sarah rolls over to wave you off, then rolls back to go to sleep. With that, you hop into the carriage, and you all ride around, bar hopping through the night, as we bring this short episode of Caldium Red to a close.